Hello, my lovely people. Welcome to Queen Pagdede channel. Well, today I'm going to teach you guys how to make shito. Shito is very simple and easy way to make shito, but everyone do it according to the way she or he like it, or according to your mouth taste. First of all, you peel your onion. You have to take your onion and peel it. But my onion is very small. That is why I picked 5 pieces of the onion. And this is my fresh pepper. This fresh pepper also, I love to put it inside my shito because it gives a good flavor to the shito. And here is my meat. You cut it into pieces because it's good when you are eating shito. You know, you can having some meat or shrimps inside, you know, chewing it. So I make this meat. You have to steam it. After steaming it, I'll fry it again. But the steaming, I didn't show it to you guys because I know everybody knows how to steam a meat. And this is my shrimps. Here is my own my ginger. I'm already grounded the gingers and put, because all the time I always have it inside my fridge. So I grounded the ginger and the garlic is always inside my my fridge. So all this I'm going to be add everything inside, but I'll show you step by step for you guys to see how we are going to prepare shito. This is the shrimps of the shrimps powder. You know, I brought the shrimps powder from African shop. So wherever that you are and you want to buy the shrimps powder, you can get it from the African shops. And this is my fish also, fish powder. That one also I'm going to add inside the shito. So let's go to the onion. First of all, you have to cut the onion into pieces, okay? Because you cannot blend it like that. You have to cut it. But if your blender can take full one, no problem. You will not cut. You just put it inside that way. I'm cutting it this way because I don't want to find difficult for blending it. So it depends. If you know that you can put the full one to blender, make it in your blender, that one is up to my blender. I have to cut it this way so that it can be easy for me to blend it, okay? Okay, and after, you have to add oil. I don't put water inside when I'm blending it because you know when they call shito, everything have to be dry. So if you want your shito to dry very quickly or to dry fast while you are blending the onion, please don't use water because it will take a lot of time to dry. So you add oil inside of the onion. And don't get scared because sometimes you can say, oh, this oil is too much. We all know that shito is taking a lot of oil. I'm going to add pepper inside. If you know that the pepper can be too much for you, then that one it can be. It's up to you. You can add the pepper small or maybe 2 or 3 inside. It depends how you like your shito to look like, whether very hot or small. I don't know. I love pepper, so that's why I'm putting a lot of pepper inside. So yeah, now you will cover it again. I'm going to add ginger, garlic inside for everything to blend that together. I have small ginger has for many here, so first of all I have to use some with that one. And this one I'll add this. And this is garlic. It's okay. While I'm doing this, now I'm going to put my pan inside the fire to on it, to put oil inside. So now I have to put oil inside. I on the fire, you guys can see. Okay. You have to make sure you blended it very well while you are blending, so that okay, I think now it's okay. So off it and leave it there. Now we are going to fry our meat and the shrimps, okay? Now you guys, you can see I have to fry my meat now. I'm putting it into hot oil. Always make sure when you are going to do, you make sure your oil gets hot before you put the meat inside. So after I finish the meat frying, I'll put the shrimps also. I'll fry the shrimps, and after I'll bring my ingredients to put inside the oil. Yeah. So after when you are put inside, you don't need to put inside, just stand. Otherwise, maybe the meat can do what? It will burn. So maybe you have to be steaming it this way. Hi guys, as you guys can see now, I have finished frying my meat and my shrimps. I make it small because I'm just going to make the small shito. So if you want the shrimps to be too much, you can buy plenty shrimps or plenty meat and put inside. but to me this is the way that I want it. So I finished frying my meat and my shrimps. So the oil that I use and fry the meat and the shrimp, that oil that I'm going to use my ingredients, I'm going to pour inside the same oil that I'm going to use for shito. So let us see. So these are the onion, ginger, garlic, those ingredients that I was blending. This is the so now I'm pouring it inside the oil. The oil is too hot, so and this way I don't use what is the name, water. As I told you guys, I didn't use water when I'm blending it, because if you use water to blend it, it will take a lot of time to dry. And we all know shito means you have to make it dry. Everything have to be dry. So, and my things is fresh onion, fresh pepper, everything is fresh. So I don't need to put water inside so that it will take a lot of time off me. So now this is it. Now I'm going to take my tin tomatoes. I want to add maybe 2, because the tin tomato is very small. I'll add 2 or 3 tin tomatoes inside of it. So I'm happy. So this is my tin tomato, but if you have the big ones, you can maybe add 1 big tin tomatoes inside, but if you have the small one, it doesn't matter, all is tin tomatoes. I'm going to add 3 inside. I put this one 3 inside. So now I have to stir it. And also, when you are doing, don't forget, you have to get your Maggi Quick. Maybe, I don't know, if you like Maggi too much, you can add 4 or 5 inside. But for me, first of all, I'm going to add 3 inside of it. These things I don't waste time, because I need both all to do what? To boil at the same time. I'm adding 1. again. That's 3. I still have ground fish and shrimp powder, fish powder and shrimp powder. I still have it. That one also I will add inside. But first of all, we have to leave it for the fire for some time. But all the time you have to be stirring it, otherwise it can burn. So I will use this to cover it for the oil notice. This is a shrimp powder, and this shrimp powder, as I told you guys, you can find it from African shop wherever that you are. Whether if it is Africa, then you will find it from the market. But if you are in Europe, unless maybe African shop, that you will find it shrimp powder, and this is normal fish powder. So both also I'm going to add inside my shito. As well, I don't want to put everything inside once. See how it looks like. This is the way that it's going to be until it gets done. So these are my ingredients I'm adding. But some people add it while you blended your onion and everything. Some people add it inside, and some also add what's the name, coconut oil. So it's up to you. As I told you guys earlier, it's up to you. Everybody's the way your mouth tastes. If you like coconut oil, you can add inside after your shito done. Me, I don't like coconut oil because sometimes it's very heavy for me too. When I'm eating, I'm feeling that it's heavy. So, but if you love it, you can add coconut oil also inside. Let me add small. You guys can see why am I doing like that. Yeah, I don't want to pour everything inside because the shito is not too much, so I cannot use everything. Yeah. And see now the oil, when I was doing, you may see, oh, it's too much oil. Now all the oil has dissolved, or how they say it. It has gone. Yeah. So now I have to be stirring it. Very soon it's going to be done. I will show you guys everything. And when you are going to make it, it's just easy to make it and simple way to do shito in your own house. But you have to make sure you stay in it because otherwise it will burn. Okay, you have to make sure all the time you put in the stick in your spoon. Use the spoon and stay in it, otherwise it will burn. The other will burn. So yeah, my shito is ready now. It's done now. So this is how, after you finish, this is how it look like. And when you make shito and it has finished this way, as I said, some people like coconut oil. So if you love coconut oil, you can add coconut oil inside. If you don't like coconut oil, then you just leave it like this, or you can add olive oil also. It depends. So these are the meat. This was my shrimps and this is the meat. Now I'm going to add it inside of it. It's done. Have to off the fire. Yeah. So now that's good. When you are eating, you will feeling it, chewing the meat or shrimps inside. So My shito is done. Guys, that's it. It's so delicious. It's very delicious. Let me remove it from the fire and put it here because I don't want the down to burn. So when you are going to make shito in your house, this is the process that you also can follow and make. And as I was telling you guys, the beginning when I was doing, maybe you can say, oh, the oil is too much. Now you can see how the oil, and even if it is tan, all the oil, you cannot find the oil inside of it again. And also, after you are going to eat it, you have to get some empty bottle, clean and dry one, put inside, maybe put inside your fridge, and be taking it small. Always make sure the spoon that you are going to use to cut the shito or take some of the shito, make sure that spoon is going to be very dry. That spoon have to be dry. Don't use wet spoon, or you put inside the food, from the food you remove it and put inside the shito. If you do it that way, you will do what? You will spoil your shito. So always make sure that the spoon is dry. So when you are using it that way, it can be good and the shito can be healthy. It can even stand even up to 1 year. There's nothing will not happen to it. That's it. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and thank you very much for supporting me. I would love to see you in my next video. Bye bye. I love you all.